Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can see today I'm going to be talking about celebrating, which comes as sort of spins off from my last video where I was talking about playing. That whole video, or the idea for it, came from a conversation with my housemate where he said, why aren't we any good at playing? And what I thought he meant, what I got from that was mostly, why aren't Christians any good at playing? Which is very definitely the case, I think. But what he said, what he actually meant mostly was, why aren't adults any good at playing? And with that, he's got just as much of a point, I think. In the last video I talked about the snow, people getting out and playing in the snow, and I saw lots of pictures and short videos of people playing in the snow. But I have to say that one thing I noticed is that pretty much every single one of those videos, they're with their kids, which is great. Playing with the kids getting out, enjoying the snow, which is fantastic. But just as a thought, how many of those adults would have gone out and played in the snow if they didn't have their kids with them at the time? Don't know. Could have been all of them, and that would be fantastic if it was. If they were all the sort of people if they all had the sort of attitude where they went out, they looked at snow and thought, "Yeah, I've got to go and do something with that." Which is what led me to thinking about celebrations, and I actually came out with two things. There's two types of celebration that I'm doing. Two types that I was thinking about. The first type of celebration, the first thing about celebration is that if you asked people what they thought celebration is, what they think most of them would come up with some idea of some sort of party type thing, whether that's 2 or 3 people going down the pub, or whether it's a few more people at a restaurant, or a whole bunch of people hiring a house or hiring a hall for the evening. Could be any number, but they would expect most people would think of a celebration as involving a party of some kind. But it doesn't have to. We've just had Easter, and I expect that everyone watching celebrated Easter Day itself, but I also expect that quite a few of you celebrated the days coming up to it: Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, even Holy Saturday. But those of you who did celebrate, or thought about celebrating, those of you whose churches had, or churches near you had some celebration going on for those days, those celebrations would have been very different to the ones on Easter. The ones on Easter would have been very festive, very loud. The other ones would have been quieter. But that doesn't mean they were any less a celebration. Because thinking about it, I think celebration means acknowledging the value of something. So you're acknowledging the value of something and showing that this thing, whatever it is, this event, your birthday, your friend's birthday, anniversary, wedding, whatever it is, that you are acknowledging that it's important to you, that the event is important to you, that your friend is important to you. Like, for instance, in the last video, I wished my friend Matt a happy birthday. Matt's important to me. His birthday was important to me. It's important to remember it, to acknowledge it. And I don't know if you've seen this, but the other thing that I've been doing recently, which has made me think a lot about the idea of valuing things, is that I've been taking a photo and posting it online every day of the local area. No comments, no description, unless people ask. But I've been posting it on Facebook and on Twitter. More photos on Twitter. You can post up to 4 at a time. And so all I'm saying is day, whatever it is, it's day 22 today. I haven't taken today's photo. Then 100 scenes of Cheltenham and a photo. And people have commented on some of them. And what I've discovered so far through doing that is that I've looked at things I am looking at things in a different way. I'm looking at things and I'm thinking, oh, that, looking around and seeing things I hadn't paid attention to before, thinking that would make a good picture. Or if I take a picture of that from this angle or from over here, it would look completely different. And when I've actually been taking the photos, there's been things I've seen where I've never actually looked at that before. I've never seen that, never paid attention to that before. And I think that's what celebration is all about. Celebration is valuing and showing that you value something. So whatever that is, and whatever your type of celebration is, as long as it is expressing that you value and how much you value that thing, you're doing it right. You're doing it well. But I also ask you just to see how much more you can celebrate, how much more of your own life you can celebrate, and how much more of just life around you can celebrate, and just see what happens. Maybe I could encourage you to do the same thing and take a photo every day of your local area for 100 days. See how that goes. See what happens. Let me know what happens. Tell me in the comments. Let me know what you've seen, what you've been thinking, how it's changed the way you're thinking. And finally, just before I go, it's somebody else's birthday today. Another very important, very close friend. So, happy birthday, Claire. Hope you have a good evening. And I hope that you feel valued as you value yourself. And that goes to all of you, but just especially to Claire today for her birthday. Happy birthday, Claire.